Hello and welcome my beautiful Scorpio minds. How are you all doing today? I am awesome and I hope that I can give you some of my energy so that you can thrive. Welcome to my channel and welcome for all the new people. So happy that you found the way here. I am starting, this is like the first video of a new kind of something here on my channel where I just sit down and I talk about whatever, whoever, or nothing at all, who knows. And yeah, I just want to answer your questions and dive a little bit deeper on all of the topics you are suggesting me on Instagram and also here. So feel completely free to write down in the comments below whatever is on your heart or where I should touch on, and then if this continues and I can upload it a little bit more often and you guys like it, I can also have guests, so we can have like a podcast situation and you can listen to this when you're cooking or when you're doing anything really. So let's get started. I am getting a lot of questions lately about how I started to do YouTube, how I started to do Instagram, how I became an influencer. I actually don't really like calling myself influencer because there's such a big stigma around that word, and I really don't want to be an influencer just to be an influencer, because I don't want to just promote all the products and just portray myself as somebody who has all the products and gets sent all the products and just wants you guys to buy whatever I promote. So whenever I promote something, I really like it, or I really find it tasty, or I think it could be super beneficial for you guys. If you think the product I promote is shit, please let me know. But yeah, I try to not just take on any corporation that's out there. I just don't feel that would be really authentic. So yeah, that's the first part, that I don't feel like an influencer, but yeah, thank you so much for calling me that. And in some sort of way, we all are influencers, right? Because we get influenced by everything we do. We get influenced by our parents, the way how we brought up. We got influenced by them. We get influenced by our friends, by our decisions, by all the things we see outside all the time, by media, by our own thoughts, pretty much. So we get influenced all the time, and at the same time, you are an influencer too. You're gonna influence your friends, your family, everybody who's around you. So in some sort, we're all influencers, but the main term influencer is kind of reserved for people who are bigger on social media, who have a little bit of following. So brands contact them and they send the products to promote them. It's actually a really good form if the influencers do a good job, a good form of advertisement. But yeah, there are also people out there who just take on any corporation, and I mean, it's also fine because it's their job, but I just, yeah, as I said before, I don't want to be a super materialistic person and just have everything just because I can have it. So I try to pick the good ones that I really need. Yeah, I hope I'm not overflowing you with any product placements or whatever, but if ever, please let me know if it gets annoying, because I just don't want to be an annoying person. Alright, but yeah, let's get into how I actually started with this whole thing. I'm actually kind of new to it, especially YouTube. Talking in front of the camera is really new for me. You can go back, look on my YouTube page. It's not that long ago that I uploaded my first video, and then I uploaded one video, and then for a really long time nothing. And even back then I wasn't really comfortable talking in front of my camera, and I was vlogging with my phone, and I was just is there somebody there? I don't want to talk when there's someone. And also my first Instagram story, I started with only recording with the just everything else but not myself. So it was just and even without talking, and then they kind of started talking, and then I was taking like selfies for me. That was also kind of weird. And now I'm talking to you guys and I'm talking to you. So it's definitely like a process and a little bit of a journey, but it's also a learning curve, and also like to feel more confident in that stuff. But that's another topic, confidence. I started my Instagram channel back in Australia. That was 2015, so about 5 years ago, a little bit less I think. And I only started because my acro yoga teacher, he kind of pushed me to open one so that we could stay in contact and I could share the pictures I've taken in Australia while with doing like acro yoga and all that stuff, like handstands, and I don't even know what I posted back then. It's so funny. But yeah, that was like the first time I opened my Instagram account, and also back then I wasn't even thinking about becoming an influencer or bigger or whatever. As I said, I only opened it to actually stay in contact and post like acro yoga pictures or something like that. And it was just fun because then I also started taking pictures of food pretty much like straight away. I was just trying to make everything look pretty. Obviously it wasn't pretty, but it's also a learning curve and it's completely fine. As I always tell people who want to start Instagram, who are really worried about like the output or the quality of the photos, yes, it's definitely plays a big role that the quality of the photos needs to be a certain standard for other people to like actually want to look at them and want to follow. But also, that being said, nobody starts out perfect, and like the first video on YouTube is probably gonna suck, and like it really doesn't matter as long as you just keep trying, keep working, keep putting in effort. If it makes you feel good, if you really want to do it. If not, then try something else. And influencing social media is probably not for you, but that's also good. Like there's no wrong or right here. But yeah, the first pictures of mine were just taken with my phone, actually this phone, and the quality is really terrible. But yeah, it didn't really matter because I didn't have in mind that I didn't put pressure on myself to like actually gain followers or whatever. And my acro teacher actually had like 2,000 followers or something, and I was like, I thought that was crazy. I was like, oh my god, he got so many followers, and I've been like in his photos and all this. I was like, oh my god, Instagram, like what is that? And there is also where my name came from, Scorpion Mind. Everybody thinks I'm a Scorpio. I am not. I'm an Aquarius, because my birthday was on the 2nd of February, like 3 weeks ago. Yeah, Scorpion because of the Scorpion pose, because I was doing a lot of acrobatics, yoga. So the Scorpion is pretty much like a back bend on your forearms or your chin or even in handstands. And I love this pose. I loved it back then. I was always doing like the Scorpion pose on his hands. So I decided on Scorpion, and I was like, but Scorpion is kind of like, I don't know, and it's body, like Scorpion, physical body, but I also wanted to have like the mind incorporated. So there you have it, Scorpion Mind. It's like body and mind together, functioning, doing sports, doing meditation, like all of that stuff. Self-growth, just everything that plays into it. And I actually really like that name because it's really catchy, and I haven't changed it since. But yeah, that was that. And then I just started posting a couple pictures here and there. I came back to Germany after a couple of months, and I just like continued to post pictures here and there. And I was also studying communications design here in Berlin, so we learned about photography, videography, design, all of that. I really liked photography and motion design, so I chose these topics to like learn a bit more in depth about them. So I was really trying to take better pictures, and then I also, because I was even more on Instagram, like I started posting more, I started looking more into Instagram, I started seeing like delicious food, and that was also the time where I kind of transitioned to veganism, so I was more into like what I actually put in my body, what I can cook, like searching for all these different foods that I can now substitute with meat and cheese and whatever. So I was looking more into Instagram, I was looking more into food, into healthy lifestyle. I started going to the gym even more because I also started going to the gym in Australia. So it kind of all added up that I wanted to inform myself more. So Instagram was like the perfect tool also to get some inspiration. And yeah, then I just saw like some really awesome pictures on Instagram. I was like, oh my god, how do they take these pictures? And then what you also can do to like get better at photography and all that stuff is to take a picture of something you like just a picture you really like, and then try to recreate it. Like, is it like the food? You can try to make it look as similar to that photo, like your inspirational photo, as possible to learn. Like, to learn copying is actually like the best, because then you take it step by step as the original artist did it, and then you learn what kind of decisions they made, how they placed the plates, how they placed the light, how, like, what angle to take the picture. And I actually did that quite a lot, and it really helped me. So that's what I've been doing back then, like when I came back from Australia, and like all the time just trying to take better pictures, get better at it. And don't worry, you'll find your own style after a while. I was also really stressing to find my own style when I was getting more into Instagram, because everybody was like, oh yeah, you need to have your own style, something that makes you unique. And I was really stressing about it because I couldn't find myself, like I couldn't find my style. But also stressing about it made it even worse, because then I was stressing about not finding my style, and I couldn't find my style because I was stressing about it, and it was just kind of weird. But yeah, then I just took a step back, and I was just trying to make my pictures look better and make them look good for me. And then my own style just came along, and it's also always progressing. So really don't panic about that. It's all gonna come, it's gonna work out, don't worry. Alright, let's continue the journey. After I got more into photography and all of that, I also got to learn, like I got to know more people from the scene as well, with like more followers. I think back then I had like also 1,000, maybe 2,000 followers, I don't even remember. And then I got to know people who had like 5,000 followers, something like that, and I met them, and I was like, oh my god, this is so crazy, how do you do that? Like, what did you do to get to that point? And basically the same you do with me now. And I think nobody has a solution to that. It's really just focusing on yourself, on what you want to do, on sharing your authentic self, on just putting yourself out there and trying to become better and better at it. It's a journey for everyone. So yeah, once I got to know these people, there were like some kind of tricks you could do back then with like tagging pictures on your, tagging profiles who repost on your pictures and all that stuff. I feel like it doesn't really work that well anymore, but I also haven't been trying. So yeah, I don't know. The things that have been working for me is basically just being consistent, posting good image qualities, finding your unique style, but also don't stress about that. That's gonna come as your page grows. And then also being really not unique, more like really open yourself. Don't try to be somebody else, because people are really sensitive to that, and they're definitely gonna know when you're playing a role or something. And yeah, I would just say share whatever excites you, because then people are excited too. And when someone speaks with complete passion in their voice, in their life, then it speaks to people. Have you ever noticed someone, okay, the next time you meet a friend or meet a stranger, whatever, try to find out what their passion is and let them talk about it. And you're gonna see the light up in their eyes. It's such a nice feeling. And then the light comes from them and jumps into you, and you just want to smile as well, because it's just such a great feeling that they are feeling great and that they have that passion and emotion and love and whatever, like whatever it is. If they're into trains, if they're into plants, I'm into sports. Like when I talk about acrobatics, like pole dance and acro yoga, I'm just like this is so crazy. And you can definitely like see it in their eyes, and then you can feel it. And it's the same with social media. When you have a passion for social media or you share your passion, people are definitely gonna notice that. And it's so awesome. I love it so much. And I don't know, even if it's a topic I don't really like, but the person loves it and he talks about it with like such an emotion, and then I cannot stop listening. It's so awesome. And yeah, just find what you're interested in and what you love, and also don't be afraid to change it up a little. I started doing Instagram, and I basically just posted food because I was kind of in the food scene, like with veganism, and I got to know a lot of people who did the same, so I was kind of like, oh yeah, I need to do this to be successful. But now I also share like myself and my improvements and my sports and my body, and because I'm really passionate about all of that, like working out and like self-love, confidence, all of that. I love it, and I'm definitely gonna talk about that also on here. And people are just gonna follow, like of course people are gonna unfollow and follow, and it's like an up and down, but also it's just a number. It's just a number, and it doesn't matter. It's so much better to have like 500 followers who are like really passionate, loving and caring and interacting, than to have 100,000 of people who just really don't care. So yeah, I don't know, it's really just a number. I completely disconnected from the numbers, from like the follower count, from the image, like the likes on the images. It's really nice, and I love to see that I reach a lot of people, and that like you guys message me a ton, and I love it, and I love the interaction with you guys. But I'm really not focused on the numbers. I just really love like the passion that and that I can help you guys. It's so nice. I love it. And also like I get so many messages that I don't want to sound cocky, but you send me these messages like all the time, that I have grown into a different person and into a stronger person, and that you can feel my energy shift. And like myself, I never really notice it, because I'm just like so caught up in my everyday life, and I'm just like out and about doing all these things, and then I never really take the time to reflect on what I've been like a year before. And then I get the messages of you guys telling me that you see like a big change in myself, and so that makes me really happy. And I don't even know where I wanted to go with this, but yeah, I just want to say thank you. And that's already how I became an influencer. I just started Instagram, and I just wanted to improve and get better and better. And because it's like a passion with like the floating food images, and I just see it as like a creative space to share my own reflections. It's kind of like a diary at some point, and then also like a little bit of motivation, a little bit of like reminders for myself. And basically, that's YouTube as well. I do these travel vlogs sometimes when I'm out, because I want to look at them in like 10 years time and then see what I've been doing, and if I can share them with you guys and inspire you maybe, or just simply entertain you, then why not? Then I'm completely satisfied and happy, and yeah, I just really like my life right now. Alright guys, that's the little dive into my influencer career, and I don't even feel like I'm like crazy into influencing. It's just like a little part of my life. I do so much more outside that I don't even like focus on Instagram, and I just really like taking pictures and being creative, and videography is like a new big passion of mine. So be prepared for some videos. They're gonna come. Alright guys, Thank you so much for watching. As I said in the beginning, make sure to write some topics down in the comments below, which I should touch on next time. And also if you have more comments, questions, ideas about influencer, Instagram, YouTube, just basically what I've been talking about today, also let me know. And I'm so happy that you're here. And yeah, I just gotta share all my energy with you, all my light. And I'll see you next time here on my channel. Goodbye.